Happy Wednesday, guys.
Welcome back, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin?
Yes. So this is the end of season 6. This is the finale. I've loved this season.
I have too. I've absolutely loved kind of watching I mean, it still has its lighter, charming moments, but not because of Dawn.
Not at all.
That's mostly because of the side characters who I'm really intrigued by. I love the fact that we've been more. I think this season has been more ensemble focused than previous seasons. Maybe just a skosh.
I agree. It's been very fleshed out.
Right. We've gotten. I feel like we've gotten more Pete than we had in the season before, which I think is interesting. I think Bob, in relation to that, with Joe, I think Bob's been a great character to introduce. By the way,
I love Bob.
I do too. I'm really glad he's staying on the show, kind of in that same mystery role that Don is. Except minus the fact you don't get any backstory on him. This is the finale before going into the last season. So for me, the big thing with this is what sets up. What this is going to set up, what the final season of Mad Men is going to be.
I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to get on a roller coaster because there's going to be a lot of revelations. I think we're going to have a big moment here.
I think Don's crisis is about to hit him because it's in all aspects of his life now.
We have to deal with the fallout from last week as well.
Right. Yeah. With Ted, it's like Ted was kind of the one guy besides Roger that's really been in Don's corner as far all along, right? As far as the board. The partners. I mean,
sure.
And Ted was there with him, and now Ted's off that. Don decided to really take a shot across the bow at Ted pretty hard there.
That was so awkward.
Instead of having a human conversation with him, I don't know. I kind of feel like that Don's in real trouble and doesn't see it coming. And with what happened with Sally. Right. And the fact that his facade with his own children is now gone, at least his oldest child, I don't think there's any refuge. I'm not sure that Megan, she hasn't been around that much in the second half of this season.
No,
like she has her own thing going on and has not really been that active a part of his life this season.
Not really.
I just don't feel like Dawn has anybody now.
It's like her biggest episode was the episode where he kind of realized he loved his kid.
Right. Yeah.
And then, she sat there and she basically was there to call him an alcoholic. She's like, You need to stop drinking like this.
Right. And he didn't, of course.
Of course not. He got worse. And,
yeah.
And I wonder if anybody at work is going to call him out on his drinking as well.
Something's got to happen.
Some sort of intervention from the partners or even Ted. I mean, Ted's a good guy. Obviously, he doesn't want to help Don at this point, but I mean, maybe he can broach the idea to everybody else. Hey, guys. Notice that Draper's hitting the bottle a little bit.
I don't think they care about the bottle.
They probably don't.
I think it's going to be something that he blows. Right? I think he's going to blow it with Chevy or something along those lines. He's going to do something at work. That's the only thing they're going to care.
We know that Chevy's crazy,
right? And we know that he's a drunk. They've known he's a drunk since we started watching the show.
Yeah,
that hasn't changed any. Peggy called him out on it. Like, remember when he got Ted drunk when he first took the job? He's like, don't do that to him. He's not like you. They know he's a drunk. I don't think anybody cares unless it hurts business. So I think something business-wise has to go wrong for anyone to actually say anything.
That could very well happen. And
it could.
Remains what's left.
It could happen at this episode. Like I said, I was kind of wondering if we weren't going to spin this because it has been. This whole season's been Don's downward spiral, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this is where he bottoms out, and season 7 is him digging his way back out.
He's much more vulnerable at this point too. I mean, somebody on Patreon pointed out the last episode. It started with him in the fetal position, ends with him in the fetal position as well. He is just all-time low.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think this is definitely it. And so, well, I guess he could always go farther, and then season 7 we can deal with picking him back up again. I mean, I don't know.
I agree he could go farther. I've thought we were getting to that point. I didn't think it would take all the way until now where it's like he's still on the drop. It's still the opening credit sequence for Dawn. I don't know what the bottom looks like.
Do you think he continues to fall into season 7?
Possibly,
yeah.
But I really do think it's going to be a work crisis that does it because family crisis doesn't seem to face him as much.
Not really.
He hasn't really had a work crisis.
Yeah. I'm thinking we're going to get some sort of work crisis this episode. Also, I don't know if Megan's going to go away this season. I don't know. Not in terms of go away. I mean, I wonder if there's going to be a divorce coming up. I see her staying into season 7.
I do too. I don't think she vanishes in season 6. I think it would. I mean, it's possible, but I don't. Sally's not going to tell what happened. There's no way. So I don't think
at this point, if she's going to leave him, she's going to leave him not for him cheating, but because she's tired of him.
Right. But I just don't think we're near that point yet.
No, I think that's going to happen.
I think it could get there for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think we've still got a ways to go for her. But we'll see what that looks like. All right. Yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? I do want to go ahead and welcome Matt Leibowitz, Starspall, Karen B, Brittany R, Shelby Gentry, Nicholas Grady, Marty McGee, and Dallas, our Patreon group. Thank you, guys. We're very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you'd mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On all shows, including Mad Men, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon if we're on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can jump right into season 7 right now with us over on our Patreon page.
Yeah.
You're going to have to bring your own source material to sync and watch along with us. You will only see and hear Joe and I for copyright purposes.
Mm-hmm.
We're also watching 30 Rocks, a Patreon exclusive, getting really close to the end of season 2 on that. Yeah, this opening credit sequence of Dawn falling, I feel like that's been this whole season. Like, this opening credit sequence was leading to this season. Right? Yeah.
Really starts at 4. It's like 4 on here.
Yeah, oh yeah, right.
But yeah, you're right. This season has been the ultimate downfall.
I think as soon as he was divorced from Betty, and decided to do this like weird over a weekend replacement,
it's just been a different show since then.
Yeah, that it's just like, wow, he is just a lost cause, and can't see it himself. Because can anyone really?
No, exactly. He's lost in the clouds.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a mess he is.
Matthew Weiner's directing this one. All right.
Los Angeles is not what you see in the movies. It's like Detroit with palm trees.
All I'm saying is that I think it'd be exciting to build one desk into a real business.
For Stan.
Yeah.
He's serious about the job.
I've always felt you learn more from disappointment than you do from success.
Well, I suppose I'm becoming a very wise man.
Hello, Daddy.
How are you doing, sweetie?
That looks like Josh Brolin.
It's been a while since we've seen his daughter.
Yeah. Since the funeral.
Yeah.
It's prudent investing. It's not personal.
No, it is personal. I'm your daughter. What do I have to do to get on the list of girls you give money to?
Honey.
Oh my God.
Brooks won't say it, but you're taking food out of our mouths. Don't even bother to come to Thanksgiving. The table will be empty.
So they came to hit him up for money, and he said no.
Yeah. For the was it refrigeration?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mars bills at $10 million.
We think Hershey's is asking for someone to talk them into that.
What did Ted say? He said his plate is full, and yours isn't.
Is this what he's going to blow?
That'd be a big one to blow, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Especially if they get down to the 1 yard line and he fumbles
like,
it. Yeah, he's drunk at the meeting or something.
I do love Hershey's. That was a good bit on Kenny. Name a chocolate. Hershey's. Yeah.
That's the first. That's what I thought of when he said it. Yeah.
I found a deli, but the airport's like Calcutta. Should be easier once I get an apartment and stop commuting.
It's a hell of an account.
So you get jealous of Bob?
Yeah, of course. Do you think there's any chance at the end of the show those two are together? Joan and Roger?
Like a 40% chance.
I read the letter. The next step's a subpoena.
Okay.
Hello.
She's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. She really is trying to curb his drinking, isn't she? Or is it testifying in the woman that robbed their house?
Send him in. Are you circling my office?
I don't understand.
Sit down.
This is going to get weird.
I know that you're concerned with your career and Chevy's counting on you being a family man, but playing with Mrs. Harris's feelings is not the right way to go about it.
Oh my God.
Keeping an eye on you.
I appreciate your candor.
Looking forward to having you out in Detroit, Bob.
Yes, sir.
He's a nice guy.
Bob
Roger.
handled that as well as it could go.
He's like the only professional person there.
Consistently,
The
right?
only unprofessional thing he did was put his knee against Pete's.
Right.
It's the law.
Well, I wouldn't want to do anything immoral. You know what? Why don't you just tell them what I saw?
That was Betty, but good.
She gets to be bad.
That was good,
Yeah.
Big. Why don't you tell them what I saw?
She just found out what a
That's good.
dirtbag her dad is. That's going to be tough.
Yeah. You earned that one, Don.
Plus, she likes Megan, which could not help that.
Yeah.
Royal Hawaiian, we can't find Draper.
Again?
See, yeah, I think he's imploding.
We're all brothers in Christ. That's his gift to us. We're talking about a fellowship far more powerful than drink.
Oh, is this guy trying to get people to stop drinking in the bar?
I'm doing just fine. Nixon's the president. Everything's back where Jesus wants it.
God.
Great line.
You can't keep these girls from the righteous path. They belong to the Lord.
You're wrong on that.
No. Yeah, this makes sense as a flashback, yeah.
The only unpardonable sin is to believe God cannot forgive you.
It's easy to forgive Don a lot of his flaws when you realize what a tragic origin story he had all the way through.
Truly. And it's like I said before, as a child, my heart bleeds for him. He got arrested. He probably hit this guy, didn't he? Yeah, definitely in jail somewhere.
Oh, yeah, good call. I was like, I couldn't tell.
Oh my goodness. She fell off a ship.
What?
She died? Oh my God.
Yeah, when you fall off a cruise ship, that's pretty much
leave.
it. Yeah. There's nothing they can do.
No. What an awful way for her to go. Hey, God.
Why are you laughing?
Because I realized it's gotten out of control. I've gotten out of control.
Sorry you had to find out that way.
I think she's been kind of telling you. Not that matters.
What?
I don't want you to give up your career. I don't want you to think that. I just can't be in New York anymore. I want to move to LA.
He's running away.
Yeah.
He's doing his regular runaway thing.
There have been all these opportunities in Hollywood, but I never even considered it because I thought it would make you go crazy.
Maybe that's what season 7 is. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's in LA?
Maybe he doesn't get fired or in trouble at work. Maybe he just moves out to LA.
I never considered that possibility.
I didn't either. He's stealing Stan's ID and Stan's going to hate it.
He really is stealing his idea.
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Poor Megan. If only you knew this was all an act.
It is, exactly. It's just him running away again.
And I
He's
honestly
not sincere.
I honestly think him dumping this out now is performative.
How is it every decision made in this place is subject to 10 opinions unless it's him? What if we need him here?
Yeah, Ted's plate's full.
Yeah.
It's California, not the moon. There are telephones and airplanes. You're already doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
It is good for his career.
You know what? I hated Cutter at first. Now he's growing on me.
He's just a weird guy.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Nah, I'd rather stay here. Where are you going? I'm gonna have that sandwich on my desk. I need to get to it before you do.
That was a great line.
Yeah, it was.
Should really get going.
Well, you tell those Panamanian criminals they should put Manolo under house arrest. Or
Manolo married her and shoved her off the boat. Because that happens.
Oh my God. He married.
That's what it sounds like. Married and killed because he's not into women, right? There's no other reason to do it.
Yeah.
how are you? Not great, Bob.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
I think I've seen that in a meme before.
I will never, ever let this go.
Manny wouldn't hurt a fly.
Even if he thought it was rich.
Great, Bob. That's like
That was a great
that's
performance.
the best Pete moment.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I understand him being mad about it.
Absolutely. The fact that he's still working is crazy. It's not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob. I'm
using
using that.
I'll
Yeah.
use that all the time.
You've got to try it. We can't do that in here. I did last week.
Keys are under the visor.
He learned how to drive, I guess, but
I think Bob's playing him somehow, though. Look at that smile.
Yeah, look.
That's the thing is Bob's safe because Chevy loves him. There's,
Yeah.
like, even if he wanted, shit, drive the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to that music.
That's good enough for me.
Ah, take it out. Come on, boys, back up.
Oh no.
No.
Just say no. Just say no.
You looking for first? It's written right on there.
I got it, Bob.
Good for Bob.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's going to be a disaster here, isn't there?
Jesus, you can't drive a stick?
We'll pay for that. Yeah. That's a sick car, though.
Yeah, it is. This is a nice way of Bob to remind him he needs him.
That was good.
Yeah. I find myself always on Bob's side.
It's no big deal, just a sign. You shot our guy in the face.
Right.
I told your neighbors I was a cop.
Well, you should go home before they kill you.
I need to talk to you.
Well, it worked.
It did work.
Our girl Peggy playing the homewrecker.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
Why did she give me that look on the way out? Did you tell her something? Do you two talk about me?
I don't know why women do anything.
That's pretty funny.
See another man.
I'm following your lead, Ted. You let Dawn terrify you into ignoring me, and now you're here.
Because I don't want anyone else to have you.
Weird but honest.
Yeah.
You go.
Old school romance.
Yeah.
Sally's been suspended.
What did she do?
She bought beer using the name Beth Francis with a false ID she'd made.
She looks like she's 12. Why would she think that would work?
I know, right?
I guess it was probably 18.
It was
the
18,
drinking
but
age,
still, yeah. Doesn't look 18.
No.
I've done everything I can think to do everything my own mother did. And it doesn't matter. The good is not beating the bad.
I really feel bad for her right here. He's really trying.
Oh.
She obviously needs more than I can give her.
Well,
Bertie, this isn't your fault.
Don's from a broken home.
Yeah.
Not that he's doing any better.
he's not.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Honestly, I feel so bad for Betty.
Yeah. This might be a good trip for Don and Sally to
hash it out.
Yeah, they need to. He owes her such an explanation and apology.
Time.
I'm done in Detroit, and the tenants already moved in.
Oh. Your brother's been trying desperately to reach you.
So did he get fired from the account? Probably. Interesting.
But Bob's still there.
Oh, Bob. They love Bob.
I'd invite him to my place for Thanksgiving, but Ralph stopped drinking, and you know little Ralphie's spastic. I think both are too much for him.
So Joan going to start feeling bad for Roger? Is that where we're going?
Let him see his kid.
Yeah.
Sterling's gold.
It's my only chance, Don.
Oh.
I've got kids. I can't throw this away. I
Having
can't.
remorse. How about Dawn takes Peggy out to California? That would solve it.
I need you to help me. Put 3,000 miles between me and her, or my life is over.
I would take Peggy to California.
Then she can't just force her to go.
Right. Well, he can. They're her boss.
I guess. He's telling him not to run away. It's so ironic.
Yeah.
You can't run away because
I'm already running away. Yeah. I mean, they are. I mean, Megan is leaving the show. Her show.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a bad.
If it's one, he's probably fine because he's a power
That's
drinker.
a big drink, man.
But I don't see Don stopping at one. I think that's the problem.
Hershey's
Well, he's actually
is
killing
the
this.
currency of affection. It's the childhood symbol of love.
Good. Okay, I was wrong.
See, look, when he can focus up, he's great.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe he's just going to go to California, and that's what happens on the show.
Maybe.
Don's being modest. But it's just this kind of theater that makes our work so different.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Don.
He blew that hard. I mean, they may not have hired him anyway, but
Surely you're not telling me there's still some international oceanic limbo where murder is smiled upon.
Now that Manolo's aware of her limited financial resources, he may bolt.
Alvin, I have another call coming in. Can we continue this later?
So Manola did kill her.
Wow.
She's in the water with Father.
That's true.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
What happened?
I don't even know how to say this.
A lot.
The world out there. I have to hold on to them, or I'll get lost in the chaos.
It's kind of where Don is. He couldn't hold on to his family. He's completely lost.
Exactly.
Someday you'll be glad I made this decision.
Well, aren't you lucky to have decisions?
I understand her rage after the night before.
Yeah. Yeah, you talked all this game.
There's a lot of promises made. Yeah.
I was going to tell Megan, hey, we're not going to California. Stop
Right.
packing.
It's what?
I'm sorry, but we can't go to California right now.
She quit her job, man.
You know what? I don't even know why we're fighting for this anymore.
You might have been right. Maybe they are at the end.
You want to be alone with your liquor and your ex-wife and your screwed up kids.
Don't say that.
I think she's kind of right.
I can't do this. I can't be here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we are at the end of their marriage, actually. I thought there was no way we were going to get here. But this was a big swing on his part, too.
Yeah.
Him and Ted both really blew it this episode with
Really
the
did,
ladies.
Free of her, you're free of them, you're free of everything.
It's not the way I wanted it.
No, you know that.
Oh, yeah.
Can I go in and say goodbye? I won't wake her.
Good for Trudy. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, Pete deserves this.
Yeah, he does.
I do feel bad for him, though, you know.
I feel bad for him, but it is a situation where he created his own misery.
This episode's a lot of these guys finally realizing
Right. They have to come to terms with who they are. Yeah.
and what they lost.
Yeah.
You know?
Is this about the Hershey meeting yesterday? Because I can explain.
Well, unfortunately, that meeting and most of your questionable behavior is beyond explanation.
Oh.
They're firing him?
They'd have to buy him out.
I want a return date.
We can't give you that.
You all agree with this?
Try and see it from our side.
This is kind of what
We'll get
we saw
sober.
coming. Yeah.
Go dry out.
No, I don't think it's that. I think that's what you tell somebody when you don't want them to come back at all. That's why there's no return date. And they're not buying him out, so this is just a go away thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good morning.
Hello, Don.
They're replacing him with Doc.
Going down?
That's incredible.
Doc's the headhunter. He's bringing in a guy. That's Don's replacement already. They already bringing in a new head of creative.
So, like, what is this? So he's just not there anymore?
I don't think he is.
I thought they had to buy him out there. So what I'm
But
saying.
they're going to fire him. Yeah, they're going to have to pay him. But his partners
We're paying you to stay away,
but
basically.
to stay away. Yeah.
I'm inviting you into Kevin's life, not mine.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Mom, Roger's here.
Gail got her hair done for you.
Oh, little man. You ready for some turkey?
Look at that blonde hair. Definitely not Greg's kid.
That is Roger's child.
Yeah.
That is.
This is where I grew up.
Who it is? He's actually showing this to his kids. So maybe that's what the whole Hershey's meeting thing was about, is him finally owning who he actually is. Maybe there is an upswing for him.
Season 7 might be the comeback.
Yeah, where Don embraces being Dick Whitman instead.
Yeah.
Good music choice here. This is step one on his daughter.
I hope
Yeah.
they build this relationship
Yeah.
up. Please fix that.
I mean,
Please.
look at her. She tried to pass for old enough to drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
She looks like she's 12.
She really does, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Fantastic finale. Oh, it was the best show of all time. Okay, so that might be the closest we get. I think that is bottom, right?
No, I think he's there. I think he just got
being the elevator going down.
going down.
That's it.
Remember
This is
the
the bottom.
elevator shot in season 5 where it opens? There's an
Yes.
elevator there for him.
Yeah.
That's it. He fell. That was him
Not
falling
only that,
down.
but to have his replacement walked in by Duck. If the biggest rival he's had on the show is Duck, and to have him show up at his lowest moment,
Yeah.
that's Don's bottom.
Yeah, he's there. He's fired.
He's
He's still a partner. He still owns the company, so he's still going to get paid.
He does not have to come in.
Well, I don't think he's going to get paid everything, right? Because he's not doing
He's not doing any work.
He's not doing the head of creative or job. That's who that guy was.
Yep.
That new character. That guy's going to be the new head of creative, so he's not going to get his paycheck, but he still owns his share of the firm. I don't know how that works as far as how he gets paid.
I don't know how that works either. I mean, obviously, I guess he can ask to get bought out at any point in time.
At some point, if he's going to be gone out of the firm, and I think that probably is a conversation we're going to see in season 7, is how many millions of dollars is it going to take to get Don to completely go away? I don't know if they're going to go that route, but they have to have the conversation, right? At some point, it's going to be, is Don coming back does he get clean and he's coming back, or is he just gone?
Or we could have like a Don versus Sterling Cooper kind of situation, where
Right.
like, maybe he goes to a different firm. Maybe I don't know.
He's a partner there, and he has
That's what I'm saying.
He did remember he did sign the contract. They made him sign a contract. So
But if he gets bought out, then
if he gets bought out, I think he can do whatever he wants.
firm,
Right?
he
Yeah.
can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Once that contract's null and void, he can go work wherever. What's the firm? The big firm, McCann, that wanted to hire him in season 1.
Yeah. I do think this though. I think that I was so like this is a pretty big revelation, obviously, but I mean, I think that I thought it was going to be much more of a downer, but I feel like it ended with some optimism.
Saying that, as rough as it is that he's out of the job, it doesn't look like that's the worst thing in the universe
I'm
for him.
genuinely happy for him.
It looks like you're like, I'm going to focus on what actually matters now.
He's with his kids.
He's with his
not
kids.
drinking.
And the reason he got fired wasn't because of the alcohol, although that led to it, right? That was true. But the last straw was actually him just being honest about Dick Whitman.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's almost like he's purging himself, right?
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to get rid of that toxicity out of himself. Brilliant.
I think his bottom is a real opportunity here for him. Now, we don't know what that's going to look like in season 7 at all, but I don't feel terrible for him like I expected to.
No, I don't. And like, I'm actually pretty happy with what he was with what he did this episode.
Right.
And it's crazy to think that like it was in steps, right? So obviously he gets arrested for punching a pastor.
Right.
And that really, I think in his mind, he was like, okay, this is bottom.
Yeah, I think he thought he was bottom there, right?
And then it obviously continued to bottom out. But like him dumping the alcohol, that's a great idea. Him trying to go cold turkey is a good idea. But Ted calling him out and being like, you can't just do that because you're going to have the shakes.
Right.
Him in the meeting, seeing his hand, seeing Ted. It was like he was purging his soul.
Yeah, he was, for sure.
And obviously, this Hershey's bar, it meant something to him. Because it meant something to him. Like,
because he said, don't advertise with anybody.
Yeah.
Stay who you are.
And
which is the wrong thing to do.
The wrong thing to do. But this office that we've seen since season 1, obviously, Sterling Cooper, has been like this temple of just darkness. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's the most toxic place of all time. It is. It really is just
like Ted was a normal guy.
Yeah.
Until he started working at Sterling Cooper, and now he's a wreck.
It's a living hell.
It is.
And so I think with Don getting away from that place, maybe he can actually save himself.
Yeah, I expected something different from this. I really did. I even expecting the ending of like, I wouldn't be surprised if Don's out by the end of the season. Sure. But I kind of, I'm with you. I think that this is a real chance to rebuild Don as a more real person. Maybe close. Like he's never going to change his name to Dick Whitman, right? No. That's dead. But he may accept who he is. I mean, he's starting to do it with the kids.
That seems to be forever, right?
Right.
Even like if 40 years.
Yeah, there's no statute of limitations, right? They even said that. Like, isn't there a statute of limitations? He goes, it's desertion.
Yeah.
No, they've already said that.
Yeah.
But him being honest with the kids, I think there's still now. I almost said there's a chance he can still go to California. I don't think he does because I think he's got too much to rebuild at the rubble of his life in New York. Maybe he doesn't actually run away this time. He could go with Megan out to California.
He wants to save his marriage. Better, you know what I mean?
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe being married to Megan and wanting to like remember the dream he had in California where he almost drowned, where Megan was the doting wife who didn't work and was pregnant having his babies and didn't care that he was cheating or whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's old Don, and maybe new Don is like, just like you're 20 years younger than me.
Let her go.
Yes, let her go. Like, in accepting who Don, whatever is now, maybe Megan's not part of that.
That's kind of what I thought the ending of season 5 was, him letting her go as he walked away from her.
That
was him walking back into the shadows, back into the darkness.
Right.
So, in many ways, this season reminded me of season 2 in the sense that it was very much about like the home life, personal aspects. This was that too. Obviously, since season 2, they've gotten a lot better about merging the two.
Yeah, there's been a lot more balance for sure,
and there's plenty of Office stuff in this season, which I think the season's incredible. I think this is right up there with season 5. If 5 is the best, I think 6 is the second best. But
it's really good.
I really prefer it. I truly. I mean, I like all the seasons. There's not a bad season I wouldn't watch. But 6 for me right now. I don't know if it's recency biased. It's my favorite. But I do think that. Yes, it's hard to tell if he's a completely different person in season 7, like trying to do his best. what are the snags?
Oh, there will be.
I think
There's no way, right?
Gonna...
This isn't like Dawn riding off into the sunset happy, just on a big upswing the rest of the way. I completely agree with you. I think it's going to be a different show because I think half the firm, including Pete and Ted, are in California.
They are.
I think with Harry, I think California is going to be important. I think it's still going to play a role. Megan's out there too. I think Dawn is going to be back and forth.
Yeah.
I think he's got to try to rebuild it with his family. I think he's got to try to work at some level, make it up to Sterling Cooper, or he's going to get bought out and say he might walk back into Sterling Cooper at some point and say, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I shouldn't be here anymore.
I think that's what it is.
Pay me. And he may do that. He may be like, buy me out.
I think, so obviously, I believe that everybody's responsible for their own choices. Sure. I'm not saying that like it's all Sterling Cooper, but I think him escaping Sterling Cooper could be the steps of him getting his soul back.
One of the steps of him rebuilding himself as a better person.
That place does... the toxicity there does poison every single... Well, look at Peggy.
Right.
Peggy was innocent. Now she's like cutthroat and...
nobody's really innocent. I honestly, for some whatever reason, the one character I feel like who's managed to really avoid the poison of the place is Kenny.
Yeah.
He's the one that's just like...
Yeah, but even he's affected by it.
Well, yeah. he has a messed up leg and an eye patch now out of being the one decent guy to really always maintain that. And I'm not saying there aren't good people working there. Joan is, but she had some tough times,
She had to do to become a partner.
Exactly.
To sell your soul there.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible for her. I feel terrible for her is what I mean. Not like she's a bad person, because I don't think she is.
She's not a bad person.
But yeah, that place is toxic,
I think he needs to get away. I hope he gets away. I don't know. Obviously, I don't write the show.
Right.
And obviously, Matthew Weiner has got...
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. I have complete trust in them. And I'm assuming the season's going to be long. I think they did a 7A, 7B thing.
Yeah, they did a lot of their shows at the time.
So we'll have a longer season, which I'm so excited for, because
you think it's like 8 and 8, like Breaking Bad did, so 16 episodes, probably?
Probably.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. We can always take a peek whenever we start it, But yeah, this show is phenomenal. I really can't believe that, like, when you see lists of like best TV shows of all time, this isn't number one every single time. How is this not number one?
Yeah. All the shows we're watching are good. Yeah. Obviously, we love The West Wing. I'm loving The Sopranos. All the shows that we go all the way through are so good. But yeah. My personal opinion, this I think is the best show that we watch on the channel.
And people say that like Breaking Bad is like the true successor to The Sopranos. Thematically, yes, but I think the true successor is this show.
Yeah,
if you look at Tony Soprano and Donald Draper, there's a lot in common.
The anti-hero, yeah, absolutely. Man, you really have to give a lot of credit to HBO and Tony Soprano for really building this into what the anti-hero really is.
Yeah,
that show really did a lot for this.
Oh man!
But man, if this is the payoff, then good for them, because this is a great show.
It's gonna be a long week, but
can you believe HBO turned this show down in the pitch meeting?
Fools!
This is stupid.
I know, right? Guys keep them talking in rooms. No, thank you.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch this. All right, we'll catch you on the next one, guys.
See ya.